So I figured out today that it actually doesn't take anything to produce what can be considered by anyone. It really doesn't take anything. Because I was watching these today and I was like, this is really cool. I really like the way that this guy presents himself. But a lot of them have the same sort of things that you would see in, and even just the fact that people can understand what I mean when I say something like that shows that there's something repetitive that comes from these sorts of. And it's ridiculous that people haven't realized that it really doesn't take anything to create. It's just something that you have to do. It's a desire to communicate something and anything to the world. And sometimes, interestingly enough, it can come in all kinds of weird, bizarre forms that you won't even expect until you actually sit down and do it. But when you do sit down and do it, that in itself is the essence of it. And once you get rid of that, you kind of lose the whole thing. You kind of lose what you're trying to do. You lose the communication aspect when you make it for something other than to tell someone something that you have to say. Now, in that light, of course there are going to be people who have things to say that nobody gives a about, but there may be somebody that gives a shit about that. You just don't think about it. It's not important what you think about. It's just important that you create things that are important to you rather than waiting for other people to create the things that you want. So, I don't really know what the point is of all this, but in some respects, sometimes it's just better to just make for the sake of making. Say things when you have to say. I don't actually have anything to say. So this is kind of going to be a monologue about nothing in the long run. But the way that I'm going to present it is going to allow it to be manipulated by people's minds into being something that I have to say. Now, there'll probably be those who will notice that I intentionally made it about nothing. Some people will respond well to this, and some people will not. But it's not really my concern whether or not they like the thing I create, because it's never really about the other people. Because when you go to bed at night, the other people aren't there. You're the only one who's there. I mean, if you're really good, they might be there.